I played Pokemon Sleep for a week straight. Here's what I learned. Day 1, honestly, my goal was make a speedrun video. My objective? How fast can I wake up with a Machamp? I wanted to have a long night's rest, only to find out that I had 4 beefy arms wrapped around me the entire night. Too much to ask? I don't think so. Now, I am aware that my sleep results might get skewed because 1, I'm not the only person in my bed, and 2, I have 3 pets, one of which wakes up at midnight and begins to wreak havoc. So, it's entirely possible that there may be sounds or movements that don't come directly from me that might skew the results, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from trying. So, day 1, after waking up, I learned a few things, one of which is that Machamp's not in the game. He was almost in there, and I'm not gonna argue it too hard. I kinda understand why he might not be in there, but still, my entire goal right out the window. Also, I learned that you registering the Pokemon that you wake up to is not how you catch them. You catch them or add them to your team by feeding them biscuits and maxing out your friendship level with them. So, that being said, do not leave this screen too early thinking that they are now on your team. They might not be. As far as I know, if you can't feed them, you're out of luck, or you've got to spend real-world money on more biscuits to feed them. The Pokemon that join your team collect berries over time. You use those berries to feed Snorlax in various ways. Simple enough. Also, I'm gonna name my Pokemon accordingly. Sleepachew and Bulbasaur. So far, I'm pretty proud of those puns, but I promise you, I run out of steam fast. There are only so many sleep puns. Day 2, I took a nap and I learned there's a specific minimum you're allowed to nap and have it recorded. It has to be at least an hour and a half, and I'm not kidding you when I say I barely made it in that window. This nap caught me a Pichu and Cubone, now named Honkchew and Snoozebone. My actual night of sleep did not record. Apparently, I closed the app before actually falling asleep, and it has to stay open in order to register your sleep. So, day 3, I got this bad boy, the Pokemon Go Plus. Not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be a lot more expensive than it was, so I'm pretty happy with it. That night only got me a Bonsly, which I named Bonsleep. Day 4, I got a 100, which I was very surprised by, and I caught everyone I ran into. Also, one of them was a shiny, which taught me that shiny Pokemon are in this game. I don't know if there's anything sleep-wise that directly influences whether or not shinies show up. It might have something to do with the sleep score that influences shiny or rarer Pokemon showing up. That makes the most sense to me. So day 4, I'm adding to the roster Shiny Pikasnooze, Wobbleslept, Musleep, and Jiggly-Slumped. Yeah, you can feel that nickname decline is on the horizon. Day 5, I opened up the app and it was undergoing maintenance, which wouldn't be over until 12:30. Now, I waited up until 12:30 to activate the app, which seemed really counterintuitive to me about me getting a good night's rest. Something I didn't know. This was before I found out exactly how this thing works. I thought that this needed to be activated with the app open in the app, blah, blah, blah. Once it's connected, all you have to do is lay this down on a flat surface, so just on your mattress, and then you just hold the button until it turns blue and Pikachu starts singing lullabies. Also on that note, when Pikachu's singing lullabies, if you tap it again, he'll shut up, which is also good to know eventually. It's adorable the first time, and then like the 5th time, you're like, Pikachu, I was pressing it because I was ready to go to bed, so I'd very much like it if you stopped singing. Also, it's freaking my dog out, so please, quiet it down. Point being, I didn't have to wait for maintenance to be over to start tracking my sleep. But I did, and it was a bad sleep. I caught a Diglett, Charmander, and a Meowth. Charmander, I named Char Slumber, which isn't terrible. Diglett, I named Blanket, which is a stretch. And then I had a roadblock with Meowth for some reason. I was gonna name him Eepyouth, like when people say they're eepy. Can't do it, it's too inappropriate. I spelled it a little differently, still too inappropriate. Sleepyouth, too inappropriate. Meowth breather, too long. Mouth, no. Meowth conscious, too long. I finally got away with Me Pass Out, which is it's all right. Day 6, I ran into several Pokemon, and I learned that they can all get full before you've got them to max friendship level. That means that they can just be fed biscuits, say, I'm full, and you don't catch them. This incentivizes not only you spending real-world money on biscuits, but spending money on the more expensive biscuits in order to make sure that you actually feed them enough so that you catch them, which is very lame. So, I only caught Larvitar, and I was pretty stuck immediately on nicknames for this guy. I went right to the books looking up every synonym to sleep that I could find, and the best thing I came up with was Lethargitar, which sounds awful. It sounds so mean. It just means lazy. It sounds mean. But that being said, I'd be lying if I didn't say it's grown on me since then. I kinda dig it. Final day, day 7. I took a nap, it was too short. Awesome. My actual night's sleep led me to catch 3 Pokemon, Weepinbell, Mankey, and a Chikorita. These guys ended up with the nicknames Sleepinbell, Blanky, and Chick Snorita. Like it or not, that's what they ended up getting named. So, my 7-day review conclusion is, the game's fine. It's fine. It let me down somehow, and I don't know how exactly because I don't know where my standards were for this game. I love that you can wake up to new Pokemon. I love that they can be shiny. I love that all you have to do is sleep because we do that every single day whether we like it or not. And I love that it has upside with Pokemon Go as well. But it really feels like, from my experience, you either need to be patient with the fact that you're not going to catch every single Pokemon you come across, or you're going to have to spend a lot of real-world money in order to catch every guy that you want to catch. There's nothing exactly wrong with the fact that you don't catch every guy you come across, but it is pretty disheartening to know that it costs money in order to do it. Do what you want with this information. I just wanted to test it out for myself and share my findings with those who are curious. Maybe I helped you find answers to something. Maybe there's something I missed and you guys have answers to something I don't know about the game that would make it more entertaining for me. All in all, if you like Pokemon Sleep, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's not terrible by any means, I just think that it has a few holes. That being said, every now and then I will use this before I go to bed because why not? It's super easy. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see any other kind of Pokemon content or gaming content, please let me know in the comments down below. And hey, goodbye forever.